Okay, little different vibe from you right there. Quan got a little melodic feel to it. I like it, man. Quan, what it do, man? How you feeling, man?
Yo. Feeling good, always.
So, it's another Flag Football Friday with yours truly, your boy Sherm. I always got my main man, my Eric B, my DJ Premier. Who else?
Who else?
My Dr. Dre.
Your Andre 3000?
Nah, because Andre 3000 was also in front of the camera. Him and Big Boy. Who else we got? Who else can we throw out there? And there's a few, but I like the Premier, the Eric B. Some of those ones behind the scenes who made the sound what it is, and that's what it is right now. I'm the cute face on the screen, and Quan is the man behind the sound in the background. How do you choose the music that you want to play? How do you
push
do that?
Play? Just push play on some hip hop playlist. No, this is actually my man Peace 586. He's a producer out of California.
Yeah.
So this is one of his albums. So sometimes I'll just play that. Play different things. I got a producer that makes all the beats for Gorilla Cross for all of our shows and stuff like that. So I play a lot of his stuff a lot. So yeah.
You good at what you do, bruh.
Appreciate it, man.
This would not exist without my main man Quan, and we've been rocking together. How long did we say last week?
I think we figured out it's about 6 years, maybe 7 years.
That's a long time, man.
Yeah.
That's a long time. So, we've had a good relationship going, man. If y'all haven't tuned in on Saturdays, make sure you tune in from 2 p.m. Pacific time to Let the Ball Bounce with all the best sports news going up. Although most of it is about LeBron and Jordan, which is,
basically.
And I've become a little bit of a troll.
It's so easy to troll the group, bro. Let me tell you, me and Dre talk about that all the time. And I play both sides all the time, and people don't see that.
I know.
But I know I can say one thing about LeBron to get grown men to cuss me out. I said something about Bronny, and somebody said that hating on a kid is worse than a pedophile.
You told me.
Yeah.
You told me that was said one time. I
That's
thought
so
that
weird
was,
to me.
Yeah.
Like, you guys love LeBron so much, you'd rather see a pedophile than somebody talk about LeBron's son.
And for me, I kind of take the opposite side of the situation. So I become almost a Jordan troll. And I'm a huge fan of Jordan. Like some of the players I hate the most in NBA history were rivals of Jordan. And I hate them because of that reason, right?
Yeah.
But Jordan ain't played in 20 years. But yet he's the most posted athlete on Let the Ball Bounce. So I go in and I kind of troll that a little bit. Like, come, dude, he ain't played forever. Post Luka. Right now the Lakers are playing. Post, I don't care if you post LeBron because he currently plays.
Yeah.
Post AD, post, Halliburton, Joel Embiid, Jokic, Durant. Some of those, right? But to post somebody who ain't played and who hasn't been relevant in nearly 30 years.
Well, you can't say he's not relevant for the fact that he made the game what it is today, or helped a lot make the game what it is today. So, I mean, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, a lot of people in the group are in their 20s. They didn't watch Jordan play.
And for me, relevant meaning ain't like he played last night.
Yeah.
It's one thing if somebody had a triple-double last night, put up 20, put up 50, and you post that. But to post something about Jordan every single day, 10 times a day. But anyway, with all that being said.
But when someone comes in the league, when he's in high school, calling himself the king, and the media is already saying he's going to be the next great player, you're always going to have people defending who the greatest player really was.
And I don't mind that either, right?
Who's your GOAT?
The greatest player of all time, in my opinion.
Who's your GOAT?
I think it's LeBron.
Okay.
And you got to think about it. I'm almost 50, so it's not like I was watching basketball before Jordan even came into the league.
Yeah, you saw Kareem's rookie year.
Yeah. Dick. But regardless to that, it is great banter within Let the Ball Bounce. Football season really goes up because, football is just an even playing field. So if you haven't tuned in or if you haven't joined the Let the Ball Bounce sports page, you need to do that. In addition to that, for all y'all hip hop heads, after this show is done, make sure you still tune in to Fifth Element. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth Element hip hop, where all the best hip hop goes down. You got freestyles in there. You got the bar challenge. This week we got Dizzy Right On, right?
I have no idea.
We got Dizzy Right On.
I just push record and push the cameras.
Press record. Press play. Quan don't do nothing. Look, y'all can't see it, but Quan sits back and eats behind the camera. That's why he don't got the camera on. Because all he does is eat. Whether it's a pizza, tacos.
I got grapes.
Oh, you eating healthy today.
Eating grapes today.
Speaking of healthy, on the flag football page, shut up, Dom.
I'm actually going to be doing meal prepping starting Monday.
You mean to sell?
I'm not doing it. I'm getting meal prepping.
Okay.
Because I'm at the studio a lot, so like I'll grab something from Cane's or whatever. But I've been wanting to do meal prep. Then I met somebody. She got her own business. We're going to be getting her on some of the shows, and I'm going to try it for a month. And I told her, like, okay, create the meals for me, the plan, but I still need tacos and pizza once a week. So it'd be more like a 5-day meal prep plan.
Okay, so you're going to have cheat days.
So I want to eat healthier,
weekend.
but maybe during the week too.
I mean,
Taco Tuesday.
There's healthy pizza and taco options, or just smaller portions.
Yeah, smaller portions is what I've been doing. That I'm down. I was 205. I'm down to 192 is what the scale said today.
All right, that's not bad. Where do you want to be?
I don't mind being like between 180 and 190.
Okay.
And if I'm working out, like I don't care if like I get up to 195 if it's muscle weight, but eating better motivates me to work out more. So that's kind of what I'm doing too, because this little 3-day a month workout thing is not working out.
3 days. If you want to get right,
and I just want to be healthy, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to get buff. I want to get more tone or whatever, but I'm 47, so I want to be healthy.
I hear you. The person who can get you right is my guy Dom Villas.
All right.
Dom Villas, look, I don't know if he was going through how they call it a midlife crisis, right? And you just start making changes. In midlife crisis, usually around 40 years old. Dom was having a midlife crisis when he was 23, right? So then next thing you know, he gets in the gym and he now starts tanning, because
so he's trying to do that bodybuilding stuff.
That's exactly what he started doing. And I get why he was tanning and he wanted to look like your boy.
Looking like a turkey.
He's trying to, and I get it, man. I'm his mentor, so he wanted to look like your boy here, and start getting into the gym and all that. But he was baby oiling up real bad, you know what I mean? So I was like, that sun is going to bake you a little bit. He ended up getting darker than me. But if you want to get right, hit up my man Dom Villas, and he'll get you right. He gets you tattooed.
I don't have any pigment, so I can't get darker.
That's where the tanning.
I really do. I
comes
got
from.
vitiligo. It doesn't. My skin doesn't.
We can't get you in the tanning booth either.
It doesn't work.
No,
like legit, my pigment is gone from almost every part of my body. I'm just so white you can't tell as much. I'm serious. I got vitiligo. It started when I was 21. It was one little spot right here.
So
then it just started spreading. I got it on my knuckles. Where in the summer you could see like my knuckles were white, but the rest of my hand was still with tan. So now I always wear long sleeves even in the summer because I just don't want that sun. Because my pigment isn't blocking anything. For real.
So if y'all didn't know, Quan 5'9", was really is dark as Corey. But he got that vitiligo. How do you say it?
Vitiligo.
Vitiligo. However you say that thing. He got that Michael Jackson, that Sammy Sosa, and so
Sammy Sosa did that to himself.
And so now Quan stays behind the camera eating all day. But yeah, hit my boy Don Villas up. He'll take care of you. Dub, no V-neck today. It's business attire today, you know what I mean? So, important clientele and things like that, they don't really go for the V-neck unless I got the blazer on top of that. You know how it is, Dub. You the businessman, so you know that all too well. Got my guy Lon in the building as well too, man. I ain't seen Lon on the group chat, so appreciate you in here. Stay tuned. Gelato. Got my guy Nick. This dude Nick, you a bully. We gonna talk about this a little bit because, Nick is one of those dudes talking about working out. Nick's one of those dudes who come out and squat like 500 pounds and then he'll push you real hard and be like, what'd I do? He's one of those dudes. Like he's one of those gym like rat dudes who just, all he do is just press weight. So got my guy Nick in the building as well. Also probably the fastest white dude you're gonna find as well too. So he's strong and fast. He can't catch too well.
I dated this girl. She said I was the fastest white dude. I'm like, what does that mean? But I put up in the chat the YouTube link to go to the YouTube channel. We need everyone to go subscribe to the official GridCenter YouTube channel and stream there, comment in there. We're trying to get rid of Facebook because they mess up the videos too much. They take them down, copyright us too much. So we're trying to strictly build up the YouTube channel. So go to the YouTube and subscribe, like, and go over there and comment instead of the Facebook group.
Yeah, because Facebook got way too many restrictions. If y'all don't remember, a couple weeks ago, we had a memorial celebration for one of our fallen brothers. We had a little music behind it, and Facebook took it down. And so, YouTube is a little more lenient with those things too. So go over and subscribe on the YouTube page, GridCenter. Look it up, GridCenter, and it'll pop up all the previous shows if you want to go back and look. I know a lot of the guys, like my guy CJ Smith, he went in there and he was reposting because a year ago at this time, he was player of the week with over 200 yards receiving. And he made sure he went back into that YouTube and reposted on his page. And y'all can do the same thing too.
And it's easy. It's just youtube.com/@GridCenter. Very simple. If you can't find it, you can't find yourself. What's up, Nate? I'm still waiting for Nate to come to the studio. Like he's affiliated with all these shows, with all these football teams and leagues. I want him to bring me one of those bootleg jerseys. But Nate used to work for Gorilla Cross. He used to volunteer for our 180 hip hop show concerts that we did once a month. And I haven't seen that little dude in a long time. I call him little dude. I know he's 48, but he looks like Emmanuel Lewis.
Man, Nate / Peanut.
Homie, man.
Peanut been around the game for a long time. He's been like a manager for a lot of stuff. He's behind the scenes for a lot of iconic teams in flag, from the Bad Boy Squad, No Lacking. And of course, whatever jersey you need. If you need that throwback, Jim Brown, the throwback George Mikan, or even the current players.
I only work on my CIB clothing line now. What's that mean? You don't got the jerseys, Nate? I know you got some in the closet. Bring me some of those Laker jerseys or something.
Something like that. Yeah, man. You need that. And like you said, CIB, I told you, come out to the field. I don't know. That's his clothing line, though. So the best thing to do,
Crips
Peanut,
and Bloods,
come on the show or bring your merch out there to Ed Fountain. Now, I know you're affiliated with No Lacking, and because of some contractual to where I can't allow No Lacking to automatically be in the elite championship game every season, y'all decided to part ways and go to the other league. But you're not forbidden from the league at all. So come on over, put a booth out there, put a table out there, put your merch out there, man. I allow you to do that, my bro. Come out there and make some ends. You know what I mean? So you're more than welcome to do all that. My guy, Randall, is in the building. Randall with all the great portraits. We were talking about you earlier today. We had a long, maybe 1 hour discussion about you, Randall, and we may have some good news coming up that involves you in the next week or two. So yeah, I got my guy, DT Taylor in the building as well too. He be getting bullied by white dudes on the field. I don't know why. He's like a magnet for getting pushed down by white dudes. But that's between us. I ain't gonna tell nobody.
Yeah, don't tell nobody.
And my guy Bear Rose, Hall of Famer Bear's in the building as well. If y'all haven't seen, you see at the bottom line, you see the scroll on the bottom line there with last week's scores from 5-man, 8-man mornings, 8-man nights. You know what I mean? And if your team got stomped out, well, I mean, you can't hide from it because it's right there. With that being said, let's talk about some of the players who really balled out last week. And some of these are, I mean, they're regulars when it comes to being player of the week. In the morning league, this player he could have been player of the week almost every week so far. And some weeks it just becomes undeniable. I ain't even put the picture up because I don't even have enough pictures to display this person because he just does it every week. But my guy, Doug Compton from GBA, 335 yards, 4 touchdowns in a rout. The man is just there every week. He was like, man, Sherm, I don't even know why I played in that other league because over here, man, I get so much love, you know, and I'm just putting up numbers. And I said, well, you know what? Look, home is where the heart is, you know. So Doug from GBA, they are undefeated. We're going to see a little later on in the show where the rankings and if y'all have moved up or not. Competition is going to get a little more stiff, though, as the weeks go by. But my man Doug out there, and this is skinny Doug too, talking about meal prep. It used to be Fat Doug. Now this is rocked up, chiseled up Doug. He was like, you know what, man? I need to get on this meal prep. I need to get with Don Villas and get rocked up. And now he's just out there slanging it. 335 total yards, 4 touchdowns, and another victory for my guy Doug Compton. And then at night, JG. Jeremy Geary, a.k.a. Jade's husband, 265 total yards, 3 touchdowns, and laughed all the way to a victory. Again, Jeremy's always, every week, when we're looking at and casting our votes for the player of the week, every week, Jeremy's name comes up. And you know, some weeks it's like, okay, somebody just really, really balled out. But this week, sometimes he's just undeniable. And JG, we also talked about you for quite a while today as well for some other situations that, again, you know, we'll discuss in a week or two. But those are your players of the week right there. Doug Compton for GBA, Jeremy Geary for Serial Killers, and an honorable mention. And it's not going to be displayed there, but an honorable mention. He's one of the loudest voices that you'll hear out there. And he's always in the middle of controversy as far as nicknames. And it's my guy, Matt Brown, Mr. Figure It Out himself, because he had a hell of a day too. 2 interceptions, 1 pick six, you know, and was a game changer for his morning Sin City Goons team. He don't get the respect that he feels he deserves, and I understand it. He gets picked on a lot as a receiver, as a DB, because he's only about 5'8". But I remember there were several great miniature DBs in a league. People like, you know, Darryl Green come to mind. You know, just a lockdown DB. And Matt's like, everybody looks at me like I'm an easy target, but all I do is make people figure it out. So an honorable mention, a shout out, my guy, Matt Brown as well, as one of the ballers for this particular week. So, you know, there's a lot of things that we got going on now. I wanna make sure, because there's not gonna be any point spreads today, and we don't have no guests today, so the show's gonna be a little short.
I dated the girl that said I'm a little short.
All right, so you've been the, you know, a little short
girls,
and
man,
the fastest person she's ever been.
I don't know what they mean. It was a different girl. She was kind of big though.
So one girl said you was the fastest that she's ever seen, and another one said you were short.
She said on the field, yeah.
Short on the field. Okay. And these are different girls, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a trend.
I don't know what they mean.
Might be a trend.
I Googled it. I still don't get it.
You know, and what, you're 47?
Yeah.
Well, remember a couple of weeks ago, I had an energy drink to help out some of the fellas. Maybe I will bring some more of that for you to help you stay up a little, longer. All right. How about that? It'll be part of your meal prep.
Yeah.
All right. So, we can always do that too. Matt, what it do, man? I see you just joined in. I got my guy Malik up in here. Malik is one of those unknown talents. And I'm glad that I have the pleasure and honor to play alongside of this young man, but he's one of those guys that's going to be there. Another thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be posting the season stats as far as up through week 4 as well too, and look for that in the flag football page and the grid page as well too, so y'all can see where y'all at. In the meanwhile, go to gridlv.com and then hit standings, and then underneath standings you can look and see the offensive rankings for morning and night, and see where you place at as well. I've asked all the team captains to send me your rosters as well. If you guys didn't notice, and some of you definitely noticed, if you're not in uniform, you will be heavily penalized. It's 10 yards per player that is out of uniform. I saw one team start on the 5-yard line, and we normally start on the 30. That was 10 or so players, 5 or so players that were out of uniform, and you'll be penalized by that. In addition to that, and let me make this clear as well, because it's becoming a struggle for my officials, you must have your referee fees by the coin toss. Not at halftime, not after the coin toss as you finish collecting from your team. You got to have your referee fees paid by the coin toss. Otherwise, you will forfeit the ball both halves. If you don't have your ref fees by halftime, you will forfeit timeouts in the second half. Okay? It's becoming a challenge playing bill collector, because these referees, when they're done, they want to go home and they want to have their money so they can go enjoy their night out as well too. So make sure you have your ref fees. You already know your games are Sunday, so have your money already ready. If you got to collect from your players, just pay it up front and collect from your players after the fact. You're already in contact with them. So, we're just trying to make things more efficient, more organized as well too. Make sure that you are in uniform. I know a lot of us got really fancy uniforms and things like that. Figure out what your dominant color is and make sure you have t-shirts that corresponds with that for your players, so you're not penalized as well too. All right. In addition to that, there are no games Sunday. It is Easter Sunday, and a lot of y'all, I ain't gonna call no names, a lot of y'all might want to be in your Sunday dress best. You're coming out like with Jermaine Dupri with the little, ruffles on your socks, wearing your dresses, looking like you're going to a quinceañera. And I ain't here to judge. You might have some, put your pink, what do you call these things? Nail polish. Yeah. Your pink nail polish on, looking like Caleb Williams, a little lip gloss. So we ain't gonna have no games Sunday morning or Sunday night, so y'all can be in y'all Easter best. But we will have games Saturday night for 5-man. And 5-man be going up. And as I speak, you can see the scores right down there. You got Renegades who are undefeated, just killing right now. And of course, you got defending champion Heem. You got back-to-back championship game participants, What Next? And of course, you got Team Dub, the veteran out there, Public Enemy, Blue Man Group. You got some teams that can really play. So if you're not doing nothing tomorrow night, come out to Ed Fountain and watch some 5-man games. If you got a date, bring them out to Ed Fountain tomorrow night to watch some 5-man games. If she thinks you too fast, come out and show her tomorrow night at Ed Fountain. to watch the 5-man games. And when you do that, you know what? Bring a little baby oil because Dom may need it. He might run out. So bring a little baby oil to help him out a little bit, to stay all lubed up as well too. All right. So, as I said, there's no game Sunday. So, don't be out there, cause there ain't nobody going to be there for you. But we will be returning back on April 7th with a full slate of Sunday games as well too. Next week's show, we will be doing a little early as well too, as I square away the times, and I'll be making some major announcement with sponsorship packages, and with some other really big announcements for you as well. And I'm trying my best not to announce them right now, because all the I's aren't dotted and T's aren't crossed, but we're going to make sure that you guys have everything that you're looking for and that you've been asking me about. With that being said, we still got rankings, and y'all can digest these rankings for the next 2 weeks. You can have bragging rights about these rankings for the next 2 weeks. So Quan, why don't you go ahead and bring up these rankings, and we always start from the bottom and we work our way up to the top. So our number 10 team is Monstars Night Squad. Now that Monstars team, it's they always got their core group of guys. They got the best D-line in all flag football with Donnie and Sadell over there rushing the quarterback. These dudes be getting after it. And then it doesn't matter who they put at quarterback, whether it's Zach, whether it's Tim, or this other guy that they be having out there. I don't even know his name. He just go out there and ball out. They are a difficult out for anybody. Monstars Night Team. Our number 9 team is Monstars Morning Squad, who are also 2-2. And again, same core group of guys, same elements. I would like to see Monstars Night play versus Monstars Day, but they're the same guys. But they're good. Very good. They're our defending comp champion. So it's a lot to say about this squad here. So that's our 10 and our 9 and 10 team. Our number 8 team, they started the season ranked number 2. They've dropped considerably. And their 2 losses are by a total combined 4 points. However, ain't no easy wins and is highly competitive in the grid. Our number 8 team, Baller Boys. Probably the most talent out there. Could be, maybe. They got professional flag football players on their team. Amazingly new jerseys. But they took an L last week, and so they have to drop. Our number 7 team, probably the biggest drop of anyone. Number 7, Dynasty. Now, Dynasty was our number 1 ranked team. They've been holding on strong to that. They took a major L last week. And they didn't lose on the field. They lost on the sideline because they only had 3 people show up. They had to forfeit. They probably still are the best team out there. But you can't take that type of loss and expect to still be at the top of the rankings, not when everybody else put it out on the field. So our number 7 ranked team is the 3-1 Dynasty. Our number 6 team is weird because they play in a whole different format, but they're undefeated and they're blowing everybody out. Number 6 team is the Renegades, the 5-man squad. It's hard not to put them in the top of the rankings when they're blowing everyone out each and every week. This ranking is the best teams in the city, right? So Renegades 5-man team, led by Dom Villas, led by Matt Murphy, David Fanter, and several other dogs out there on the football field. Renegades. And they got amazing uniforms as well, too. Our number 5 team. Now, this is my pick to win it all this season. And they took a big L 2 weeks ago, and they took it personally. And they came out, and they walked all over No Limit. Talking about All the Smoke, ATS. At 3-1. Now, that one loss was to our team ranked ahead of them, and we'll reveal that here in a little bit. But they took a big loss to Serial Killers a couple weeks ago, but they went out and just demolished No Limit. And they was like, oh, yeah, we ain't going nowhere. Normally, we would have just fell completely in the tank after a loss. No, they bounced back really well and came back at us. Our number 4 team. They have the player of the week almost every week, talking about GBA, the Fighting Doug Comptons out there. Skinny Doug. At 4-0, GBA. Our number 3 ranked team. Hemocracy Morning Squad. Because a night squad don't look as good. Not lately. I don't expect their night squad to be down for much longer. But right now, their morning team is just balling out. So our number 3 team, Hemocracy Morning. Our number 2 team, another Grid Morning Squad. Terminator T, Matt Murphy, Matt Brown, Wallace Davis. They're out there balling. Sin City Goons at 4-0 in the morning. And the thing about it, man, they play tough games. They're battle tested. Got, Papa John at center and captain. This team got players all over. There's no weak link on this team at all. You better hope you just catch them slipping, because they're not an easy win at all. They got talent all over, a dominant pass rush, great secondary, offense that can run several different formations. They got, go get a Trey, getting some quarterback duties as well, too. They're difficult to beat. But they still fall short of the number 1 ranking. Because our number 1 team, which is, they're always top 2 or 3 anyways, Serial Killers. 4-0. And they can play multiple styles as well. They got the best O-line in Vegas. They got the best D-line altogether. Now, Monstars have a great 2-headed monster at D-line, but Serial Killers, when you can line up Dex, Sam Asaro, Lugo, Bear, Little Bear, Kyle Nichols, it is difficult to defeat them. They even have a girl playing middle linebacker, and teams can't even take advantage of it because the D-line gets after you. And now they've added people like Zante, who could have easily been player of the week this week, but his quarterback ended up winning it. When you got X playing corner and you got Stone Stevenson, Christian Brown, they just got talent all over the field. They can play many different styles. They never complain. They never get too arrogant. Well, they do get arrogant, but they never, it doesn't matter how many points they're losing by, which is rare that they're down. They don't ever complain. They just come back and fight harder. JG is a Hall of Fame candidate. Bears already on the team who's in the Hall of Fame. They're just good like that. Our number 1 team, Serial Killers. There you have it, guys. Those are the rankings. The thing about these rankings, they get to sit here for the next 2 weeks. So if you didn't make the top 10, ain't much you can really do about it, because ain't no games, not at least for 8, man. So you're going to have to go to the lab, make the adjustments, recalibrate, and, try to do whatever you can to climb to the top of those rankings. Other than that, guys, I want y'all to have a safe and happy weekend. It's Friday, so give y'all a little bit more time back so y'all can go hit happy hour, do all the things y'all like to do on the weekends. Again, we got 5-man tomorrow night, Saturday, no games Sunday. We're going to be coming back next week. Look for GridCenter to be at a different time next week as we get the scheduling prepared. In the meanwhile, look, I appreciate y'all. I want to give one other shout out to CSN. Our local university here is doing their best to try to find more local talent for their leagues. So if you got aspiration of still going to college, you know, a lot of us are looking elsewhere, you know, whether it's Arizona, California, Utah, and we at a university right here in our own backyard that's looking for talent. So if you're still looking to try to get that higher education or try to play sports at that level, reach out to our guy, Brian A., who is recruiting talent at CSN. With that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for everything that y'all do. And I will see y'all next week on the grid. Your boy Sherm. Out.